Hey, good morning, everybody. How are you today? Beautiful Monday here in Springfield, Missouri. I'm back. Want to reach out and say thank you to Doug and to Ed and everybody that pitched in and helped while I was out and about. We'll say out and about. I sure do appreciate it. Thank you, everybody, for your understanding. Okay, let's take a look at this market here. It looks like Friday we had a bit of I would say a bit of turbulence in the force here. The SPY closed up with a bearish engulf, and we're getting a little bit of follow through this morning. I've got two horizontal lines down here, 501.60, 505.50, and I'm kind of thinking that we just might get down in there. So a little caution. Now, as we move down, we might see, a little pop the upside, but I think this area is very real, and we might want to watch that. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean the whole market is just going to tank. It doesn't mean that. It just means we might be having a little bit of a pullback here. So let's not get too, let's not put all our weight in one direction. Let's trade smart. Be careful, okay? If we take a look at the Qs, wow, big old bearish engulf here, double top, and we're getting some follow through this morning. These are some very good warning signs. We just have to remember that the warning signs all right, here we are, take two. Good morning again, everyone. Welcome to Monday morning, March 11, 2024. Thank you all for being here. I truly, truly appreciate every single person here. So thank you so much. The SPY here, Friday, we may have, there may be a little trouble in the force going on here, and we want to be careful with that. Now, I can't say right now that we're going to have some big, big bear, run to the downside. I can't say that right now. Nothing is really pointing to that. Although there is some signs here that we're going to see a little bit of a pullback. And here we've got a bearish engulf. We're seeing some follow through this morning. We may close below the T line. Just because we're below it now doesn't mean we're going to close below it. And then we've got the trend indicator right in here. And if the trend indicator and all the T-line trend indicator, if that can hold us, then we may just be in for a dip, and maybe today, maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day, we can look at buying the dip. It depends when the buyers step in. Now, if that doesn't happen and we still continue to move down, what I'm looking for is about 501.60, 505, somewhere in there to get tested. Now, if we test inside this area here, what happens is if we can't hold, it puts these lows here in a target zone. So what is that? About 496, something like that. These lows right there. And if we test those lows, well, what's going to happen? That's going to put that 50-period moving average in the target zone. So we need to have a little caution here. Now, I find it very, very hard to believe we're headed for some serious, major crash. I find that very hard to believe. I don't believe it, in fact. What I do believe is we could have a nice little pullback. And a nice little pullback can destroy positions you're in if you're green. So maybe the smart thing to do is not be there, as Mr. Miyagi would say. Don't be there. You won't get hit. Take those profits. All right, let's take a look at the transports, IYT. Really nothing bad, nothing horrible about the transports. Maybe the only thing I could, pick on really is it looks like we've got a top here that the bulls can't seem to get through. But there's no signs that there's a big bear up here hurting the price action. We just kind of tapping, knocking on that roof up there, and just can't get through it. Overall, the trend is still bullish. SMH, we closed with a big bearish engulf. This is going to be because of, let's say, NVIDIA. We'll look at NVIDIA next. This is closing with a big bearish engulf. Looks like we're trying to get a little follow through this morning. If you look at the chart, we rallied up pretty hard, so a little bit of a pullback is not going to kill us. If we just put some possible support lines on the recent highs, that would give you a good idea or a idea where price might be coming to. Another thing we might want to do is take this recent low here, and then let's draw a line up. And here's the 50% mark, right where Friday stopped and right where we're hanging today, pretty much the T-line. So for me, that's going to be an important area, the T-line, and because it's at 50% retracement. If we get below that line, that suggests to me the sellers have control. So we'll keep an eye there. Again, just because we have a bearish engulf here does not mean that SMH is going to become some monster short for the next 19 weeks. It's not what that means. It could mean that, but we're going to need to see the chart pattern. We're going to need to see follow through. We're going to need to see the trend in there, okay? I said we'd look at NVIDIA because that's probably what everyone's staring at today. So good old NVIDIA came up with a bearish engulf yesterday, Friday. Don't you think that at some point there's going to be some profit taking here? I would think so. And just maybe that's what happened Friday, a little bit of profit taking. So we have a little bit of a dip. Let's see if those buyers don't step back in and start buying this up. Again, there is no major sign here that NVIDIA is going to come crashing down. There's no great big major sign that NVIDIA should be shorted at this point. If we start moving below Friday's low, well, all right, I could see that short coming in there. But you better watch all the little places that buyers like to come in and buy. Okay, so be careful. This might be a good day to say to yourself, do I want to be trading today? There might be a little bit of volatility both directions, and that may really smack people around if you get involved with a position. So today could be very interesting. Very interesting. All right, let's take a look at old Apple. Old Apple. There is nothing bullish. I had an email last night that I checked. Is Apple ready to buy? Is Apple ready to buy? What a question to ask somebody like me. You don't ask anybody, is Apple ready to buy? If you have to ask, then you don't know. The answer would be no. It's that simple. Is there anything about Apple that suggests it's a buy? Well, no. Well, maybe it does if you like picking the bottom and you're okay with stinky fingers and all that stuff. Let's wait till Apple gets in a trend. Let's don't try to pick a bottom. Right now, the sellers and the bears still have total control of this chart. I don't see buyer one that has any good control in this chart. So there's nothing there. Let's take a look at a few charts before I have to run off here. Let's take a look at Plug. I think Plug is a good chart for the watch list. Hey, KQ, good morning. Can I turn the volume up a bit? I think my volume is about as loud as I can get it. You might want to check yours, unless there's somebody else that can confirm that. It is low. Okay. Well, I can't do it right now, but we'll work on it, okay? I can't do it right now, but we'll work on it. I'll try to talk closer in here. All righty. Where are we now? Let's take a look at JKS. JKS is another one that's setting up. We've got a nice little rounded bottom here, and it's breaking out. Now, I don't think this one is a buy right here. I really don't. None of these charts are buy. None of them that I'm showing is necessarily a buy right now. These are for you to put on your watch list, just as I'm putting them on my watch list, and we will trade them as they set up. And JKS, this is going on my watch list. It's slowly but surely becoming a rounded bottom breakout, and there looks like there's plenty of room upside to trade. So I will put that on the watch list. JD is another one set. Whoops. JD. JD's another one setting up. Here we've got a bottom carved. Let's put a horizontal line right here. We can go even this low. And this would be the bottom carving out. And here we're breaking out of that bottom. So here we've got this pop, this pullback, and it's popping again, a little bit crazy in there. It'll settle down. It'll smooth out. Either way, it's not a buy right now. Let's wait for it to set up. Again, just one for the watch list that we want to keep an eye on. FIS, excuse me. FIS is one I want for my watch list. Nice trending chart. Beautiful trending chart. Setting up. So one of the things that I'm going to be looking for is I want to see the bullish come in here. May not be today. Maybe tomorrow. For that matter, it could be 9 days from now. That's what I want to see. And this is the type of chart I want on the watch list. And that groovy tool that we have, the LTA, that will alert me that that's happening. And then, because the way I'm going to look at this is you've got a chart that's trending. You've got a chart that rallied. You've got a chart that rested. And now it's ready for its next rally. And that's what I want to be told. I want to be told that, hey, FIS is ready for the next rally. And that's what the scanner does for us. Procter & Gamble. Anybody been following that? I've been out really for a week. I haven't been doing too much. I did close some positions that I had. But other than that, I haven't done too much. But Procter & Gamble here, look at that. We're starting to pop up. So I'm very interested in some Procter & Gamble. Let's take a look at a 2-day chart, 3-day chart, 4-day chart, 5-day chart. Look how that thing's setting up. I like that. Look how we're breaking out. Look at that Fig Newton chart pattern right here. And now we're breaking out. I think I like that chart. So Procter & Gamble on my list. And then 2 more, and then we'll call it a morning here. Walmart is still on my list. Walmart's had a nice little pullback here. Maybe it's ready to move up higher and get closer to that 62 or 63 area. And then the last one I have is PFE. PFE. I think it's time to keep our eyes on PFE. We've got a nice double bottom here. We've got a nice gap to the upside. We've consolidated very well. We are still in a downtrend. Okay, the downtrend has not been broken yet. I'm not in a hurry to get into it, but what I don't want to happen is say we break this, right? Again, I'm not in a hurry to get in it, but what I would like is to be there when it offers some rest right in there, because it may be quick to move up like this, and I don't want to miss that. Now, I don't really want to buy it down here. I want to buy it up here, and I want to buy it on the same way we typically buy everything, up and rest. So I'm going to be watching closely for the rest, and the rest does not have to be, a long rest. It could be a very short rest. So I'll be watching that on PFE. So PFE is one hot on the list. Intel the other day. Intel is also on my watch list, but it's going to have to come back up and show some bullishness up here. All right, folks, that's about all I have this morning. I'll be back here at the bottom of the hour when the market opens up. And please do not forget, we have live trading in the live trading alert room today at 11:45 Eastern, okay, every Monday. So I hope to see some folks over there. You guys take care. See you shortly.